Well, Neil, this is the most promising prospect for a ceasefire deal in almost 15 months since November of 2023, when we had the last 7 days of truce at the time. What we're hearing is that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is holding his own consultation with his negotiating team, as well as a number of his ministers within his cabinet, discussing the details of this potential ceasefire deal, connecting with Doha, and also keeping his ministers informed of the details of this potential deal. Now, Netanyahu himself has had his own challenges trying to get his ministers and cabinet to approve a deal once it's done and once it's agreed on by the negotiating team and himself. His far-right ministers, both Bezalel Smotrich, finance minister, and Itamar Ben-Gvir, his national security minister, have publicly rejected any ceasefire deal in Gaza. In fact, Ben-Gvir called it a catastrophe and a disaster for Israel. Smotrich on yesterday, he said that this is a risk and dangerous to Israel's national security. Nevertheless, it seems that Smotrich is not going to pull out of the government if he gets what he wants. And according to Israeli officials, it seems that Netanyahu is trying to convince him to stay in the cabinet, to stay in the government, I should say, and also sweeten the deal by allowing him to do more in the occupied West Bank. Do more meaning either expand on illegal settlements in the occupied territory, or even going beyond that and put in place plans for future illegal settlements. As far as the Hamas movement is concerned, it seems that it has requested the maps of where Israeli forces in the coastal enclave would be redeployed, but also they asked for more hours to review the latest ceasefire draft, which means that we're getting almost to the end of it. Both parties are looking at all the details, trying to finalize reading it and giving any comments that they have or notes before it goes into the mediators, and then it becomes a deal that would be presented to both sides. Once this ceasefire deal is announced, it will be brought back to the Security Cabinet in Israel, where it will be put to vote, and in all likelihood it will be passed by the Security Cabinet, and then a few days later we'll start to see some of the Israeli captives in Gaza released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. So it's very promising. Progress is being made, maybe not as fast as others would like to. Palestinians in the Gaza Strip are desperate for a ceasefire deal to take place, rightfully so, but it's going and headed in the right direction at this point, Neil.